Confront here with Carla Esparza, head of UFC 219. She fights Cynthia Calvillo on Saturday night. Carla, how are you feeling ahead of this one? I know you were knocking back a few media requests before. You've kept it very low-key ahead of this one. Why was that?
I just usually like to really stay focused on the fight and just mentally and physically just like do as little as I can that's not like absolutely necessary. And I knew this fight we'd definitely get to see all you guys out here, so I was like, I'll just save it till I get there.
Great stuff. What do you kind of know about Cynthia? She's had 6 fights only in her career. Have you been able to find out much about her? Obviously, she's had 4 fights in the UFC.
Yeah, I studied her fights and stuff, and you know, I saw a couple of her fights from before. So she's definitely a good fighter. She just kind of blasted onto the scene. Almost seemed like she came out of nowhere, but she's actually been training for a long time. She's been fighting for almost as long as I have, I believe, but just on the amateur scene.
Did you think that she deserved the fight?
I think if you ask for a fight, then you get the fight.
I know that I was talking to Cynthia and she said there was a bit of an altercation between you guys at UFC 214 at an Afterparty. Can you fill us in, I guess, your side of what happened there?
Well, long story short, I had, leaving UFC 214, we had just found out that she had called me out. I got a message from my manager, and I think all my friends, like, we were on our way to an after party. We were just like, what? This girl's calling me out. I think we all just kind of like got hyped up, and I'd been, had a lot of people call me out in the past and trash talk me a lot, so I think we just kind of associated it with like negativity, and everyone's just like reposting, like, yeah, let's make this fight happen. I think we're all kind of pumped up, and you know, obviously, you know, had a couple drinks, and then who do I run into next table that night but Cynthia? So, you know, at that point I was, you know, I'm a fighter, so I was a little bit like, all right, you know, like, you want to fight me? Like, I think I was just like a little bit upset, but nothing really came of it, and we just ended up having a good night.
Is that just your nature as a competitor? As someone calls you out, you gotta
yeah,
a little bit?
I think it just took me back to like maybe a little old school when I was younger. You know, when you're younger, you're all like, what's up? Like, you know, obviously as a pro fighter, it can't really be like that anymore. But yeah, I just, you know, I think all fighters, like, if you're at this level, you kind of have that inside you to, like, you know, someone wants to fight you, you're like, all right, you know, let's fight. And then how often is it that you're gonna like be this close to them, like, right after you get called out? So I was just got caught up in the moment a little bit.
Was it just verbal? Didn't escalate into anything else?
Yeah, nothing physical. I think all the fighters that were there were like, let's stop this, you know, let's save it for the octagon. So nothing really came from it.
It sounds like you're smiling. Like, it sounds like it was kind of a fun thing that happened.
Yeah, I was like, it was bad. Like, you know, I should have kept a little bit more professional, but you know, I guess I don't regret it just because, you know, it's who I am. It's what makes me like a fighter, because I have that fight inside me. I have that aggression, and like that's always who I'm gonna be inside. As much as, you know, I try and keep it professional, like on a normal level, but outside when we're just, you know, normal day, you know, like that's who I am.
Have you seen each other since, or is this going to be the first time in a minute at the stare down?
I actually ran into Cynthia this morning, and I actually apologized to her. I said, you know, I just apologize for, you know, for what happened, and let's just go out there and have a great fight. We shook hands, and that was that. Great
stuff. How do you see this one actually playing out on Saturday? Like, when you kind of think about the fight in your mind and how you would like it to play out as well, what does that kind of look like?
How would I like it to play out? About 10-second knockout.
How do you think it's going to play out?
I think it'll be very like back and forth. I think we both have really good jiu-jitsu and ground game, and we both have tend to move a lot on the feet. So, you know, hopefully it's just even if it is back and forth, maybe fight of the night, me with my hand raised, that's my ideal.
Great stuff. You've been to the top of the mountain before, you've been the champion. Is that still the goal? Is that to get your belt back in 2018?
That's always the goal. That's always the goal that I'm working towards. But as far as like mindset right now, it's just fight in front of me.
Great stuff. Thanks, Carla. That was really fun. Thanks.
Thank you.